Bwana asifiwe. Today I'm very much excited because of the topic that we're going to talk about. We are going to talk about the role of a woman, the role of a wife. And we shall measure on from the book of Proverbs. Let's go to the book of Proverbs, chapter number 30, from verse 18. It's a very interesting topic. Just listen to what I'm going to talk about. Just listen to what we are going to talk about. From verse 18, the Bible says, there are three things, listen to what the writer says, there are three things to which are too wonderful for me. Yes, four which I do not understand. Three things that are too wonderful, but the fourth one I do not understand. And the Bible says from verse 19, the way of an eagle in the air, that one is able to understand. The way of a serpent on a rock, that is able to understand. The way of a ship in the midst of a sea, that is able to understand. The way of a man with a virgin. Now that is the fourth one. The way of a man with a virgin. NIV Bible says, the way of a man with a woman. Let's go to chapter 31. From verse 10, the Bible says, who can find a virtual wife? For her worth is far above rubies. He's asking a question. Who can find a virtual wife? Who can find a virtual wife? For her worth is above rubies. Rubies are these precious stones. The worth of a woman is above rubies. This virtual wife, her worth is above rubies. You women, if you could understand your worth, you'll understand that your worth is above rubies. This beautiful wife, this beautiful girl, you who is married, if you understand your worth, you'll understand that you're able to do great things. If you understand your worth, you'll understand that you are able to move mountains. You're not a cheap thing that you're supposed to be carried so cheaply. You're not a cheap thing that you're supposed to be dumped by whoever comes across you. Understand your worth. You'll be able to make a class for yourself, that when a man comes, he will understand that this woman is a woman of class, this woman is a woman of worth, and I need to be a serious man for me to be able to carry on this worth in this woman, for me to be able to withstand, for me to be able to stand with this worthful woman. If a woman is able to know her worth, then there is no man who will come across her who will want to play with her and succeed in that. If a woman understands her worth, then he's able to control the mind of a man, the mind of his husband. That husband that goes to work every hour in the morning knows that I've left a worthful woman in my house that thinketh everything, she's able to do anything, she's able to do great things. This woman will be able to lift up her husband wherever he is. Even if he's in the office, he knows very well that inside my house I've left a worthful woman that cannot be compared to any woman that I come across. He will understand, even if he's working at a construction site, that the woman that I've left her at home, she's so worthful. She knows her worth, that I cannot compare her to the women that I see on the street. The problem with women today is that they compare themselves to another woman. They want to wear the heels that another woman wears. They want to talk according to the way other women talk. Be yourself and know your worth. You will be able to move the mountain inside your husband. You will be able to move hills inside your husband. You will be able to dismantle every proudness that is inside your husband. You will be able to shape up your husband the way he is supposed to be. Don't complain to us by telling us, my husband likes going outside, my husband love other women, my husband. Make a class for yourself, and your husband will be able to respect you because of who you are. Make a standard for yourself that is above the class of normal women, and your husband will be able to distinguish the difference between you and that woman he meets in the street. He'll be able, he'll all the time he'll be missing to be at home because he knows that I've left a wonderful woman that I cannot let her on her own. I don't know where she is right now. I need to be at home so that I can see her. She's so wonderful that I don't want to lose her. If you understand your position as a woman, you'll be able to build this man into into a man that shall never be shaken by anybody. You'll be able to build your family. You'll be able to build like a small palace inside your own house. You'll be able to do great things through your husband. If women could understand that they are helpers, and you know, a helper is somebody that needs to ask anything. Everything that you need to do, you need to ask for approval from the person that is on top of you, from the person that is leading you. A helper is somebody who knows her position. You have to know your position, and when you know your position, you'll not be a quarrelsome wife. You'll be a wife that knows how to approach your husband. You'll be a wife that knows how to talk to your husband. You'll be a wife that knows when is the right time that I need to talk about something. You know, there are women that whenever their husband steps into the house, they start quarreling. And that is the thing that will take that man out of that house. Let's go to the same book, Proverbs 12. From verse 4, this is what it says. A man, from verse 4, an excellent woman is the crown of a husband. A crown of a husband. You want to make your husband feel that he is a king? Then be excellent. An excellent woman is the crown of her husband. But she who causes shame is like rottenness in his bones. An excellent woman is a crown of her husband. A person who has a crown is a person who has a mansion, is a person who has a palace. So you, woman, you can make your husband feel like if he owns a palace. You can make your husband feel like if he's a king. And actually, you can make your husband create a palace for you if you know who you are. But she who causes shame, that woman who causes shame, is like rottenness in his bones. Rottenness is something that smells. Those men that like going out, it has smell of rottenness in their bones. That men, those men that like doing things that are not good, is like rottenness in their bones. Be an excellent wife, be an excellent woman, then you shall see results. You shall see a palace in your house. You shall see that man shall create a palace for you. That man shall wear a crown. That man shall be proud of you. That man shall all the time wish to be at home with you. That man shall all the time wish to be in your arms, just because you are an excellent woman. Just because you know your worth, that you are not so cheap, that you cannot be bought with pizza, with burger. Just know your worth. Then you'll be able to move mountains inside your husband. Then you'll be able to move hills inside your husband. Then you'll be able to do. Let me tell you something. From the book of Genesis, read the story. The Bible says that the angels, the sons of God, saw that the daughters of men were beautiful. The sons of God, the fallen angels, saw that the daughters of men were beautiful. Women can even move angels. Women can confuse angels. That is why they saw that the daughters of men were beautiful. Read that story properly. You'll understand even women shake angels. Know your worth, you woman. Then you shall see that your family, that your husband, that everything that you complain about shall change. Don't try to be like another woman. Don't try to be like don't copycat what other women do in their house. Be yourself, and know your husband, know what he likes, do what he likes, talk the way he likes, be the way he likes. If he likes you putting on makeups, do so. If he likes you being natural, do so. Don't copycat the way other people are doing, the way other women are doing to their husbands. You never know. Maybe he likes that. So you be yourself, know your husband, study him, and do whatever he likes. If he likes to watch news when he arrives at home, allow him to watch news when he arrives at home. If he likes doing something, allow him to do it, and give him the pleasure of doing what he likes to do in his own home. Then you'll not go to do it in another person's home. Allow him to be himself, love him for who he is, and appreciate him for who he is.